I was just talking about gutter cleaning. I really need my gutters cleaned out
too.
right now. And with the rain we got yesterday,
It got to be clean.
Leftover leaves.
Leftover leaves.
I have a contract with a company, and they come 4 times a year to clean the gutters. Now, I see them all day long in June and August, and it's like, I don't...
Not the heavy debris season.
I don't need you
Blowing
right
and
now.
laughing.
And I only got that contract because I need them in November and December. And this year, they're just behind.
Can't be found.
Yeah, can't be found. Now, every time I call them, they're like, oh, we have to push you back. We just so busy.
Phone rings and rings.
And I say to myself, well, this I really locked in so you could be here. And Dave said, get you a good old dumb country boy. Get up there and clean.
A young dumb country boy.
And I said, I am a young dumb country boy. And Dave said, you're not.
You're a dumb country boy.
You're young. You're not young.
You're not young.
You've done.
Not young.
You're some semi-country.
I'm country.
You got no business, as do any of us in this room,
Yeah.
being on a roof.
Well, and that leads me to ask you this question, Dave. Earlier, we were talking about a mechanic had said, here are really the things that are essential that you need in your glove box. Things like an everything tool, a flashlight.
And not your phone. Because a lot of people are saying, you need a real flashlight. Not the thing on your phone.
That makes sense. And all your service records and, of course, your registration. And he had a whole list of things that you really need inside your glove box.
Agreed.
One of them was fuses. In case you blow a fuse in your vehicle, you can pull off and fix the fuse.
No, that's something my dad would have had.
Okay. But you don't know how to fix a fuse in your car.
I don't even know what a fuse looks like.
Okay. Me neither. And neither does Biggie and neither does Chris Dimms, which is what we said.
Yes.
An hour later, we get an email from a P1. Well,
New
new guy. He says, I just started trying you guys out as a part of a New Year's resolution, so I'm brand new to this. But it's obvious you're playing characters.
Is this a bit?
A bit. Because any grown man would know how to change a fuse in a car. And I said, well, you're 0 for 4 here. There's not.
I think he said simply, you are new.
Yeah, this is your.
I think most
my
American
response.
men don't know. I'd probably say 60% of American men don't know how to change the fuse in a
You
car.
think not?
Don't you think?
I think a lot would lie about it.
Yes.
Because you don't want to.
Right.
You don't want to admit to things.
That you're less than.
Yeah, so I think in a group, you'd be like, yeah, change your fuse, am I right? But then I think if anyone pulled out fuses and said, all right, everybody change your fuse, there'd be a lot of dumbfounded looks.
I think if I could find the fuses.
Yeah.
And somebody pointed to the one that was
The dead one?
The dead one.
And the kind that you need to go to the auto parts
Place and
store and
get,
buy,
yeah,
make sure you get the right one.
ones.
But you've got to go back to the future to find your fuses.
I don't know where mine.
Do they still make yours?
I don't know.
They don't even make the owner's manual.
Do they? Are fuses the same when they made your car as when they made my car?
I don't know.
They used to look like little clear rods.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
But I don't think they look like that anymore.
Well,
do
you may
they?
be right.
I think they're little.
Yeah.
I think they're like little chips. Aren't they?
One time, here's how unmanly I am. My car, when you're putting air in the tires, and I have done that. I do put air in the tires.
Yay, cookies for
Right.
you.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. One of the little plastic pieces that goes on the stem, the cap. Yes, thank you. The cap. That's the technical term for it. I call it the
What's that little
plastic
thingamabobby?
piece, the little thing. So
The doololly.
yeah. Okay. So it was gone. It was missing. And so I thought to myself,
The day you were doing it, or it's just long gone?
it was long gone.
Okay.
I went to it.
So
and it
your
was gone.
tires never had one.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess it had at one point. For whatever reason, it wasn't there. When I went to put the air in, it wasn't there. So I thought, oh my God, how do I get one of these? How do I go and get one of these?
Is the air going to leak out?
I didn't know that. I didn't know. And then I thought,
You go behind a tire store and steal one.
well, and I thought, am I going to have to order a whole new tire? Am I going to, no. And then I thought,
What about, I think they only come in 4s.
yeah, should I go online? How much is it going to cost? I mean, I could have walked into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they could have told me those are $100 a piece, and I probably would have paid $100. That's how little I know. So
Or they could have reached below the counter and said, here, take this one.
We'll take this one.
Could have done that.
Well, I went to O'Reilly Auto Parts because someone said, you can get some of those over to O'Reilly. So I went and I said, where are those little...
The plastic thingies. What you call it?
yeah. So they had a pack of 4 for like 98 cents.
I'll take this and the Tasmanian devil seat cover.
That's highway robbery. 98 cents.
98 cents
For those?
Yeah, probably.
You could have gone to the tire store next door and
Probably.
actually asked them for one. They've got tons of them.
They're probably a penny a piece.
Did you do
not
the-
even.
Yeah,
Did you
Give
do
it
the
to
thing where you wandered the aisles, though, in case you need, let me See if I need anything else when I'm here. What's this, oil? Yeah.
That's another thing. Every time I'm going to put oil in the vehicle, which I need oil, my
car uses oil,
leaks oil. I have to Google what oil goes into this vehicle, and it finally tells me. But
do you stick with the same brand, or have you varied it up?
I varied up.
What's on sale?
Yeah, I started with Valvoline. I went Quaker State. I've been a few. Mobil.
Are you full synthetic?
I am synthetic.
You are not.
I am synthetic. It's a high mileage premium vehicle.
They made synthetic back then.
No, just now. I just now. I mean, it doesn't say, but high mileage. If it says high mileage on it, I buy it, and I use it.
It's 5W.
Nothing. 6. Sometimes I'll go as much as 5.5 or 6 on it. Why not?
Easy now.
Why not do
crazy.
that? Stephanie, you're talking about fuses in the vehicle. Go ahead.
So, a 40-year-old woman here, listened to y'all since I've moved to North Carolina.
Thank you.
And so fuses look like tiny 2-fork prongs that you can pull. They're usually underneath the steering wheel or in the glove box. There's like a little panel you pull off, and it's like a square, and they're full of them.
Okay.
It's easy for you to
Can
solve.
you teach us?
All right. Could you meet us here and give us a tutorial?
And bring some with you.
Wait, Stephanie, do you know this? Is my fuse going to be the same as your fuse? If I went to the auto parts store, could I buy fuses and they're all general the same?
They all look the same. They have different numbers for different strengths, I guess, or whatever the fuses are for. There's different stages, but they all look the same.
Like a light bulb.
One more follow-up, if I could, with Stephanie.
Yes.
Stephanie, if a fuse blows on someone's car, can you tell by looking at it?
No, I don't know that part.
Okay. That's a good question.
I think you could used to with those little clear rods that they turned black.
Yes, you'd see them. It'd be black or all dark gray.
It's easier to change a fuse in your house than your car.
Thank you, Stephanie. I know. Well, we used to have, when I was at home, when I was a young, dumb country boy.
Yep.
When I was young and dumb and country, my father would change the fuses, as Chris Tim said.
He had a box of oranges and a box of blues.
Right.
How do you know, Daddy?
So if an orange one blowed, you take out an orange one.
That's right. Right now, there is a light in our home. It's some of our upper lighting for our upper cabinets.
Upper?
We have upper lighting.
Your cabinets have lights?
Yeah, we do some cabinet lighting.
Some uplighting.
Yeah, some uplighting.
That's nice.
And there are 6.
Set the mood?
Set the mood,
For the cabinets?
Yeah. When we're
not as harsh.
Getting ready to host
For what?
Right. Well, we're getting ready to host a Super Bowl party too, as you know.
Yeah.
And now one of those lights, there's 6, and one of them is out, but it's flush with the ceiling. And I don't even know. I can't get the light bulb out. I'm trying to get the light bulb out. I'm going to have to call the man to to change a light bulb. I can't change a light bulb. I keep trying, and I'm afraid I'm going to break the bulb, and it's going to slice my finger or something. Dave, you're talking about fuses in cars. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm a P1 from about day one when you guys first started 25 years ago.
Well, thank you. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. Fuses, if you don't fix what caused the fuse to blow in the first place, you can put a new fuse in it, and it's going to blow right again.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Okay. Well,
that didn't seem fair.
In that case, you'd have to find a mechanic.
But it's easy. It's better to know that at the beginning before you buy it. Before you buy the fuses, because then you're like, I got this whole box, and it was the wrong ones.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't know that. I guess once you blow the fuse, you probably should take it to the man anyway.
Take it to the man.
Oh, that's what I would do. But fuses in cars don't seem to blow that much.
No, they don't.
Very, very rare.
No, it's pretty old cars will.
Jordan, you're talking about car fuses as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, so most of your mini fuses that you're going to have either in the glove box or up underneath the steering wheel on the left-hand side, most of those are your 2.5, 5, and 10 amp fuses, and then up underneath the hood near the battery, you can get up to 50 amp fuses, and they look like little blocks. And just a common term I've always heard them called are ice cube relays because they look like an ice cube.
Aha. Okay. Well, I would never mess with those. I do know the ones below my steering wheel. I've seen that fuse changed, so I knew that's where they were. You know, but I don't. Even now, I don't know if I could do that. Took me a long time to be able to pop the hood of the vehicle.
Oh yes.
That one's.
You looking for it?
Yeah. Well, here's what happened. One day I was trying to do the trunk, and the hood popped. Mm-hmm. And I was like, uh-oh.
Pull the wrong lever.
Uh-oh, wrong end there. And then to actually raise the hood,
that's a
whole other
task.
The second hook.
That's that hook. They hook it down.
It's like looking for the Holy Grail.
Yeah. That one bothered
And God help you if you slam it
God,
on your fingers and you're looking for that damn hook.
Oh, it's heavy. And that is it's worse than the trunk.
I don't like the hoods that have the rod. I don't trust them.
Really?
No, remember, the old cars used to lift it and it's spring loaded and it'd stay up.
I think
now you got the rod.
Yeah, that weak little rod.
Yeah, that holds the hood.
You know what happened to my rod?
Tell me.
Well, it's
quietly.
It's well,
he saw a man about it. It's better now.
I know what. Wait a minute. I know what happened. Mine is spring loaded. It doesn't have the rod. Yeah. But I have a 1998 Acura, so over time it started to give. Limp as could be.
Yeah, you go limp when you get up.
And it would slowly close. As I was changing the oil, it would start slowly closing on me.
Yeah.
And I thought I was going to have to live in there. So I had to get my baseball bat and hold it up. So I've got a baseball bat I keep in the garage just for
a 9.
Yeah. So I have to
aluminum or wood?
Aluminum. It's my old Easton baseball bat that I use.
Is it 32?
Yeah, it's 32.
The wood will split on you.
I can't have that. Nothing but the best. Jeff, you're talking about my light bulb, my upper counter lighting. It's flush with the ceiling. You have some advice? Go ahead.
Yeah, most of those lights have a trim ring.
That's it.
It's flush on the ceiling.
Yes.
And it's got 2 rods on the inside of the housing, and all you got to do is pull that trim ring down, tilt it to one side, and you can get your hand up in there and change your light bulb.
You should have written that down.
That's it. Oh, that's it. It's this trim ring. There is a trim ring around it.
Have you seen the trim ring? You know where the rods are?
I know the trim ring.
In one of those dirty magazines.
Yeah. We all know what the trim ring is.
Thanks, Jeff.
It's finding the rock.
I'm glad he said that because, I'm going to attempt that today.
YouTube it.
I don't need I Jeffed it. I just Jeffed it. I don't need to YouTube it.
Yeah, but Jeff ain't going to be at your
Get
house.
Your trim ring. Jeff, do you want to come over? Maybe you want to come over tonight?
You
Phil,
like pizza?
Phil, you're talking about this light bulb changing as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, P1 Phil from Kernersville. Hey, listen, on that, Jeff's got the right idea on the trim ring.
Yep.
But if you do break the bulb, and it's okay if you break the bulb, just make sure you wrap it in a towel or something. But take a potato and carve the potato so that it would fit up into the broken bulb socket.
Yes.
And that way you can twist it off. That way you don't get shocked. Obviously turn the power off, but that way you don't get shocked or you don't break anything else.
Oh, that's very smart.
The old potato trick.
That's very smart.
I think he's winding you up.
Yeah.
Potato.
Dave, you should put that on your podcast, Inside the Skin.
That's right.
Dave's got a potato podcast. Well,
Nothing but potatoes.
It's all
right.
potatoes.
That's right. And
the many uses.
Now, Dave, would you use a russet or a gold?
Russet because it's longer.
Yeah, I think so.
Cut her in half.
I agree.
And then have your way with it.
That's good advice.
That sounds like a joke for the electrician.
Yeah.
It does.
Somebody tell you to shove a potato there. Yeah, they did.
That's a wind up.
Yeah.
He's just winding you up. Myrtle Beach Doug, you're talking about fuses in cars. A very manly segment here. Go ahead, MB Doug.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Myrtle Beach Doug. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
I do work at a certain auto parts store. Ew! And yeah, don't feel bad about not really knowing, where your fuses are, what oils you put in car. On a regular basis, I get people coming in, hey, I need you to fix this. I need a light bulb or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. What your make, model, vehicle do you have? It's the blue one over there. I'm like, oh, sure, that narrows it down because there's 4 blue ones in the parking lot.
Right. They don't even know the make and model of the.
So don't feel bad.
Well, I can't help but because my father, thank you, Myrtle Beach Doug, was so into these types of things.
Oh God, yes.
He knew cars.
Well, and to be fair to our generation, a touch.
Mm-hmm.
Cars were simpler then. The engines were simpler then. You could, tons of people could work on their cars.
That's true.
The engines were right there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what your engine's made of.
Well, my vehicle.
But most everything is computerized.
Yeah, my vehicle. The other day, when I was buying this new car for my son, took it to the mechanic that I trust, and he had it up on the lift. And he brought me in, and he said, I want to show you the shocks. And I said, "Oh, please do."
I was hoping you'd say that. Yeah. I was scrolling my phone waiting.
Yeah, I need to look at those.
He's like, "You see these shocks here? I can do a workaround on these shocks if they ever go bad. They look good right now. I can do a workaround, save you some money." I was like, "Well, perfect."
Did you just sort of nod?
I nodded along. I said, "Well, they look good right now, don't they?" He goes, "Yeah, they look good right now." I said, "Oh, yeah." A lot of times people
workaround.
Yeah.
Sounds like a reach around.
You see that right there? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's like, "Take a look at this, because if it ever goes bad, I can do something else with these shocks."
When we talk about stuff like this, that I feel like so less of a man.
Oh, I do too. I never know this
Of
stuff.
course.
Very difficult.